Hey guys, we're on a little street in northern Greece, and it's chamomile season. It's the end of May, and you can see that these little yellow flowers. Here's one that's close to you here. You can see this patch here. Little yellow flowers are growing, and these are chamomile. They grow about 2 feet high, and they have a delicious flavor. They're a little sweet and very aromatic when they're fresh. And so yeah, they're just growing right here in the street, as you can see. It's just it's a gas station over here, and they just grow along the side of the street. So we're gonna pick some chamomile, and then we're gonna dry it for drinking. So where's a good spot here? Oh, look at all this. So this is how you pick chamomile. Oh, I'll pick some right in front of you guys, so you can see. Got these beautiful red flowers here. I don't know what those are, but let's try not to get those because I don't know if those are edible. So, I think chamomile goes great with honey. It's just a fantastic relaxing tea, caffeine free. So these obviously they're organic, pesticide free. They're wild, and they take a lot of space. They're difficult to grow at home because they take a lot of sun, it looks like, and a lot of space. Ooh, there we go, get a bit clustered in there. Boom. And, but you can grow them. Some here, here. These are all mixed with weeds, it looks like. There's a big patch up here. Just get some of those. Oops, what's this? I don't know what that is. I could probably make this faster by grouping them like this. Maybe not. Put some stems in there. We don't really want the stems, so put them like this. Oh, yeah. Delicious, delicious. Oops. Alright, so we just went chamomile picking, and as you can see, we have lots of chamomile. Lots and lots of chamomile. I spent about an hour picking chamomile, and I got a fair amount. Probably this much is enough to make a cup of tea. So we have maybe 100 cups of tea in here. Enough for one person, I think. Pretty labor intensive. You have to bend over, and you can rarely pick more than a few chamomile at a time. Even with practice, I don't think that it gets much easier. If you pull too much, you pull up the root of the plant. That's really not good. You don't want stems in there so much. You really just want the flower. So anyway, this is our chamomile. I'm going to rinse it because, there could be, looks like there's buds in there still. We got ants, as you can see. Probably made a mess. Yeah, definitely made a mess there. Okay. Oh well, made a mess. I'm gonna rinse it out. It's probably like dog pee and stuff in there. So let's take care of that. And I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I just cleaned the chamomile, so it should be ready to go. And we're gonna dry it for the most part. I'll probably make some fresh right now, but But since my wife is coming back to Greece soon, and she really likes chamomile also, I'm going to dry some and get it ready for her. And then she's leaving right after. She's staying here for a week and leaving. So if I dry it a little, then we can put it in a little baggie and she can take fresh chamomile with her when she goes to visit her family. So maybe she can share some with her family. So the aroma here, it's so fresh, it's so aromatic that I can smell it right here, as if I've got a fresh cup of tea. It's just fantastic. And of course, when you make it with fresh flowers like this, you make tea with fresh flowers, the taste is just incomparable. I mean, if you've never had fresh chamomile before, fresh tea in general, you can kind of compare it to if you've had fresh potato chips versus stale potato chips, or a fresh cookie versus a really stale cookie. You know, it's just not good. You know, like the fresh one has a different texture, a different flavor, a different aroma, a different bite. Everything about the experience of eating a fresh, potato chip or cookie or whatever, or cracker, whatever it is completely different from a stale one. And that's true with tea as well. So, if you're drinking like Lipton or rose tea, then you're going to get a really different experience of tea than drinking fresh picked tea, loose leaf. So we're doing now, so I've rinsed it, so a little bit damp. Now I'm pressing the leaves between two rags. And what's going to happen over the course of about a week is the rags will absorb the moisture from the tea, and they'll become soft but dry. So they won't be brittle like aged dry tea, but they'll be soft like tissue paper. But they won't mold, and they won't go bad. So they'll be good for transporting around. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna make a cup right now. So let's get a mug, and I'm gonna get this thing here, the Brica. So I'll take my mug, I fill this with water, and I'm going to take a pinch of tea here. Where's a good spot? Spread this out. So that's probably enough to make a cup of tea. So I took maybe like this much. And you can see it floating around in there. It's, what would you say, like a tablespoon of tea? That's good. And actually, this is really resilient tea. It's pretty strong. So the longer you cook it, the stronger it gets. But also, you tend to be able to reuse it a few times. It carries a lot of flavor. So I can make, with the same cup, if I boil it for a couple minutes, I can make 2 or 3 cups of tea out of the same batch. Unlike a normal tea bag where you put it in, you steep it for a few minutes, and then it's kind of useless after that. Maybe you can squeeze another tea out of it. I can get a good 2 or 3, sometimes 4 tea brews out of this, out of one little pinch of tea. So it's fantastic. And I'll come back when we have fresh tea, when we have tea made. All right, we're back. We're about to finish up making this chamomile, and the water's been boiling for 2 minutes maybe. And as you can see, it has a beautiful color, kind of a golden green yellow color. So I'm just going to take that and pour it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of honey in here first. Put like maybe half a spoon of honey. Okay. Now pour some tea in. Yeah. Oh my God, that smells good. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be majestic. The aroma, guys, is fantastic. I can't even describe it to you. Ooh, it's a little hot still, but beautiful. And I can squeeze a couple more cups of tea out of this little batch. So, I don't know if you can see in there, this little amount of tea made about a cup of tea right there. And in here, we can squeeze out another maybe 1 or 2 cups if we steep again. So, let's put that there and enjoy some tea.